Does my title imply that my opinion is fact? Yes. This is a terrible start. Best pony debate is clearly older than time itself, and is ever changing with the different characters being introduced and portrayed for each passing episode. But I think that right now, Trixie has more valid arguments than any other character in the show. And I'm hoping that maybe by the time this is over, you won't hate me too much for thinking that. Let's address the elephant in the room here. Trixie is usually beloved or hated and seemingly nothing in between. Thus saying the best character is hated by a decent chunk of the fanbase, which kills my argument dead. But my counter argument to that is that she doesn't need to be popular to be the best. A quick Google definition of the best gives us, of the most excellent or desirable type or quality. Excellent or desirable, and I'm arguing excellent. So why excellent then, and why isn't excellent the title of the video, and not best? Well, to the second I'll argue clickbait and memes, duh. But the first question takes a little more explaining, and there's actually, I feel, some evidence to prove this. Trixie's initial performance, if you will, was so captivating and entertaining that the fans or writers, or possibly both, wanted more, evident from her appearance in the show jumping from 2 episodes in 4 seasons to having a speaking role in 4 episodes in a row, going from the finale of season 6 to the first 2 of season 7. This demand becomes clearer when you realise that the only other character to receive this transition is Discord, meaning that they don't just bring back any characters, only the most popular ones, and may I say, best. So what's so alluring about her? I'm gonna say for a fact that she's the most unique character in the series. She has a trademark outfit which, this including Applejack's hat, because it's a hat not an outfit, no other character in the series has. The jealousy at least, and the hatred at most relationship with Twi, is not only a precious example of not everyone meant to be BFFs in the world, but maybe the sole sign of a well-paced, multi-series character arc as they begin to warm to each other. And last and most importantly, she's bad at magic. The Great and Powerful one, neither being great nor powerful, completes her character in many ways. First off, it creates a scenario that, I could easily be wrong here, is only present in the show. A magician who is bad at her job in a land where 33%-ish of its inhabitants have the potential to do way more interesting magic. Now I've been trying to keep this the fact, or something close to the fact, probably nowhere near actually, but now it's time to take very hard left into creative thinking down. Trixie being painfully average at magic, or at least that's how I see her, means her charisma and showmanship must be turned up to 11, which actually succeeds in creating a fanbase for her upon her initial arrival. The reason she may act like this off stage is something that a wrestling fan, as in myself, would say is living the gimmick. Where a performer, either by wishing or an inability to accept they're not who they are presented on stage, will live the lifestyle and act the same way behind the curtain, which could possibly be an explanation for her huge ego, and why she makes up so many stories, like the Ursa Major one. Not only this, but putting herself on a pedestal where she will be judged by her peers and viewers demands a very thick skin and a refusal to lose. This might be why she takes her embarrassment from Twi and the departing of Starlight so poorly that in the latter case, she goes on with the show despite there's a fair chance that something extremely messed up would happen during this kid show. Now this could all be coincidence, and this is more presuming than factual backing, but this is as logical and well constructed a character anyone in the series gets. But speaking of all the other ponies, let's go through them a bit more, because admittedly I don't think Trixie's crown as best pony is won purely because she's just an amazing character that can't be topped in any way, shape or form. The fact she's rose to prominence in recent seasons has only protected her from things like overexposure or drop stories. Like Pinky switching, the CMC's original talents, even Celestia struggling to deal with Pony's dreams despite her sister being away for 1,000 years, so therefore that was 1,000 years of experience and I have no idea how she can't do this. Makes no sense. Now this is my opinion, you may argue this to your heart's content, but practically all the main ponies since the start of the show have become less interesting of a character as the show has progressed. Now I'm not advocating characters shouldn't be in the series for multiple seasons, or if that you shouldn't have any character development whatsoever. But there's a correct way to do it, and I don't think the writers have nailed it in this show. Stop me going on all day and comparing every little bit of every little character. I'm gonna bullet point most of the main characters to give you an idea why I think they're inferior to the Trickster herself. I'm gonna give a butt hurt warning here. If your butt gets easily hurt by someone picking apart your favourite character, then you wanna click off now or something, because I can imagine someone not liking these short character statements. You have been warned. AJ doesn't show her spoiler side nor her leader characteristics as much as she used to, and just talks about her family all the time. For more on this, you could see my Applejack video, hint hint. Pinky has seemingly gone pure comedy and barely represents a believable personality anymore. Fluttershy, that typo, we're keeping it. Fluttershy flips constantly from timid to raging. There is no middle ground whatsoever, and if she was there, it'd be a lot more tolerable for me. Twi was at her best at the very beginning of the show, where she was like antisocial, and since, while still being a good character, especially when she's the focal point of an ep, she can come off quite dull. Glimmer also is guilty of having very bland episodes when she's the lead character. Though her sudden personality change at the end of season 5 is still extremely jarring to me, and I've yet to really get over it and invest too much in her, but she's getting there. Last up is Rara and Rainbow, who, unlike the previous ponies, haven't really changed too much in order to get ruined. This is good in Rarity's case. I think she's fun and consistent, but sometimes a bit too whiny and one-dimensional for my liking. But I like her. For Dash, her lack of change though is not great in my opinion. She just spits catchphrases in a cocky manner, and then does something obnoxious. And I've only really noticed while making this that her laugh is incredibly annoying, like it's the worst. I dislike it. And while we're here, to quickly compare Dash to Trixie, I think the fact that Trixie bigs herself up to ultimately fail is something really funny. I could hang around that person. But I don't think I could hang out with someone like Dash, who brags about being the best, and then constantly shows that she's the best, and rubs it in your face because she's the best. I don't even... This just sounds like I hate Dash, but you get my point. Alright, to wrap this up, before I get too off topic, I think Trixie is bae. I mean, a best as a combination from being unique, well-structured, funny, realistic, at least personality-wise, and protected thus far from being ruined in our eyes. Her character still has a lot of legs too, in my opinion. Just off the top of my head, I just came up with some episode ideas, like she can have a session with the CMC, because she's not very good at magic, and therefore her stage act is struggling. Or an episode where she is left alone with Twi for lengthy periods of time and hijinks ensue. Or maybe her learn to share Starlight with Maud. Take that last one as you will. So, did I convince you? Did I just make you hate Trixie even more as I jabbered on like an idiot? And most importantly, why does Trixie actually hate wheels? I feel like that needs to be covered at some point, like seriously. Actually, I was incorrect this entire time. Clearly, Upside Down Leafeon is best pony. Look at it. Look at